Hey, you see that listing? Competitive salary. Isn't that cute? That phrase is HR speak for we haven't decided yet, but trust us, you can totally afford name brand ramen. Here's the thing about this. In 2025, hiding your pay numbers is going the way of Facebook. Sorry. California hit publish in May, and New Jersey joined June 1st. And Congress is flirting with a national transparency law. The translation here? HR can't control Z this progress, even if they staple a Happy Friday gift to it. Stick around, and I'll hand you a 4-step raise recipe, plus an AI sidekick that already makes 77% of users richer than their analog peers. Let's cash in on this. Why the sudden honesty? By New Year's, almost half of U.S. workers will live under a salary transparency umbrella. Gen Z demanded receipts. Lawmakers delivered receipts. And now, boomers are Googling what is a pay range faster than they typed TikTok ban last year. The upside? Even if a company ghosts you, you'll still know exactly how much they would have paid to ghost you. Progress. So here's the Cliff Notes tour. California, as always, went first, May 14th. They require the exact range plus benefits on every single job posting. If a recruiter forgets, the fine is up to $10,000 per job ad. New Jersey said, hold my jug handle fries, and tacked on perk disclosures and promotion notices. My New Jersey friends will understand that. Never mind. Meanwhile, Maryland, Minnesota, and Vermont run on an honor system. Reveal the numbers the moment you ask. In practice, this means that you casually DM the recruiter during episode 4 of Secession, and they legally owe you digits before the credits roll. Look, if you still spot DOE depends on experience, reply, great, my experience says 140,000. Trust me, it lands. How HR still finds its wiggle room. A story in 5 moves. Alright, salary range laws are the new sheriff, but HR still knows every alley in this town. Think of it like a magician whose smoke machine broke. The tricks are still there, just easier to spot if you know where to look. Let me walk you through 5 classics, one smooth step at a time. Move 1. The mile-wide range. The first trick, the elastic waistband of pay bands. 50 to 150,000? That's not a range, that's a mood swing. Why so roomy? Because the broader the band, the more candidates politely park themselves near the bottom to sound reasonable. Finance cheers, recruiters get their hire, everybody wins. Except for you. You don't win. So when you see that elastic band, don't guess, pin it down. Ask, where does someone usually land after the first 90 days? And what skills nudge them into the top tier? Now they have to reveal the real neighborhood. And you've already mapped the path to the best house on the block. You're welcome. Got the picture? Good. But if the range doesn't shrink, HR has another card up its sleeve. So I keep mine rolled up. Move 2, the location wiggle. Enter the geography discount. Same job, same impact, but surprise, comp varies by zip code. Translation, if you're in Boise, they'll pay Boise rent, even if your dashboards power Sydney, Singapore, and Saturn. Needed an S. Here's the counter. Let's price the business impact, not my rent. The report I generate drives global revenue. So let's talk the top rate you've published. That one flattens the map faster than a satellite, but HR won't quit just yet. Move 3, the ninja job title. Senior Vibe Architect. What the hell is that? Funky titles slide under many state audit filters, that's what. And they justify junior pay for senior work. Your move? Ask for the internal job code or pay band. If they hesitate, you've exposed the costume. Hansel and Gretel just found the breadcrumbs. That means if you strip away the costume, HR leans on shinier distractions. We like shiny things. Move 4, the Phantom Perk Package. Free Celsius, stock options, ping pong tables. I like the tropical and the peach vibe on the Celsius. What's your favorite? Put it in the comment. Picture a glitter bomb of perks. Total comp, that counts stock options price $1 above market and unlimited fizzy water. Looks lux, cost pennies. So do the math out loud. Options vest over 4 years at a $23 strike. Today's price, $22.50. That's 50 cents maybe 4 years from now. Meanwhile, my rent's due Friday. Watch the glitter settle into, well, confetti. If glitter doesn't blind you, urgency might. Move 5, the deadline drama. Need your answer by noon tomorrow. A ticking clock short circuits research, and recruiters get bonuses for speed. Flip it. Happy to move fast. Send the full package in writing so I can review with my advisor. What you'll actually be doing? You'll be spending tonight benchmarking on Paysaw and maybe calling a rival recruiter. Suddenly, the clock is their problem. Why the magic show continues. Now, why do these tricks survive the new laws? Well, easy. Legal gray zones. Regulations dictate what must be shown, not how sensible flexible it must look. So budget whiplash is another one. Markets wobble, CFOs panic, and HR keeps one hand on the dimmer switch. And anchoring bias. Mentioning a lower number first, most humans can't shake that low number. But armed with the counters you just learned, you see every sleight of hand in slow motion. And next time HR reaches for its deck of distractions, you'll already be shuffling your own, loaded with hard numbers, clear questions, and that beautiful, beautiful phrase, let's talk top band. All right, now that we've disarmed the magic tricks, let's bring in our secret weapon, AI salary sidekick. And trust me, the robots, they're on our side. This time. Remember, transparency without accuracy is like decaf coffee. It's technically liquid, but as we all know, it's spiritually offensive. March 2025, Forbes surveyed job hunters. 75% used AI during their search. 77% of that group landed bigger pay. Coincidence? About as accidental as a quick touch base at 4:59. CoverLetterGPT. It rewrites your anchors so you sound human and expensive. SkillScanner. It's a Chrome plugin that highlights the keywords that you forgot right before the ATS ghosts you. And if you need a prompt to boost your resume in ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, or anything else, here's your prompt. Given this posting and my resume, craft a 90-second salary justification that references quantifiable wins. ChatGPT does in seconds what your brain does in the shower at midnight. Hey, hit like if you've seen a wider salary range than $50,000 to infinity and beyond, and drop the absurd posting in the comments. Best story wins a private resume roasting live on screen. Your humiliation, my channel growth, win-win. The 4-step negotiation playbook, the director's cut. Okay, you've spotted the range, dodged the smoke and mirrors, and you're standing at the virtual offer table. Here's the 4-move dance that turns competitive into cha-ching. Cha-ching? Cha-cha-ching? I don't know. Step 1, do ruthless research. Start with the posted range. That's your floor, and it's also your ceiling. Now, feed that same job into an AI tool and pull the real-world median. Finally, cross-check with at least 3 public databases, like Glassdoor, Levels.fyi, and the new kid on the block, GovPay. Yeah, the one scrapping state disclosures. But anyway, by the end, you should have a tight 25th, 50th, and 75th percentile picture. No more guessing in the dark. Step 2, anchor at the top. Most people think negotiation is polite ping pong. It's not. It's chess. And you start by moving your queen. Based on the 95 to 115 bands you posted in the market data that I've pulled, I'm targeting 112,000. Why 112? It's the 75th percentile. High enough to give you a cushion, still defensible with data. Remember, the first serious number on the table becomes the gravitational center of the conversation. Make sure it's your number. Step 3, frame your value, not your feelings. Numbers alone won't close the deal. The story behind those numbers do. So link your ask to a measurable win. Here's an example. In my last role, I automated a clunky reporting loop and saved $480,000 in contractor hours. I expect compensation at the top band, 112, because I plan to do the same thing here. See what happened? You just connected past performance to future upside and made the hiring manager picture you saving their budget. That's psychological jujitsu, my friend. Step 4, silence is a superpower. Now, drop the mic, literally if you're on Zoom or Teams. Hit mute, take a sip of coffee. Let the silence stretch like stale office pizza. Humans hate dead air. And HR pros? Yeah, we're no exception. 9 times out of 10, they'll break first. And every second they fidget is another dollar drifting to your side of the table. Pro tip, in salary chess, the person who speaks next usually sacrifices a rook, called margin in corporate dialect. So sip, smile, and let the awkwardness compound interest in your favor. Red flags and reality checks. If they still refuse to disclose the range when law says they must, walk. Report them. Those fines pave your potholes. You're basically Captain Infrastructure. Total comp, bait and switch, they're counting Tuesday's bagels. Convert perks to after-tax dollars before you celebrate. Look, geography math matters too. In Los Angeles, $120,000 buys you nightly ramen sprinkled with off-brand mac and cheese does. In Dayton, Ohio, that same salary upgrades you to Cheesecake Factory royalty. 2 slices a week, bumping to 3 the week after tax refund hits. Run a cost of living calculator before your taste buds sign a lease. The federal wild card. A salary transparency act is stuck in committee. If it passes, that's an if, every listing nationwide needs to have a range posted. Think GDPR, but for paychecks. HR inboxes are quivering like a server stack on Black Friday. Meanwhile, Europe's directive drops 2026. Multinationals will standardize sooner than rewrite 27 policies. So expect more digits, fewer competitive cop-outs. And congratulations, your vocabulary upgraded from competitive to here's my range, here's my receipts, here's my silence. Download the red flag checklist and ATS resume checklist in the link below somewhere before some recruiter finds a cheaper clone of you. Subscribe because the next time we're roasting the newest office fad, coffee badging. Yep, commuting 3 hours to sip one latte just to prove you exist. Here at Decide to Thrive, I'll keep helping you sidestep corporate nonsense until HR replaces us with hologram bosses. Then I'll roast those too. See you in the comments. Like if you like, sub if you sub, share if you share. I'm Thrive. Bye.
Said nice tie, just making small talk. Now there's a memo mark, conduct shock. You held the door, I said wow, so kind. Now Brenda's searching if we're intertwined. We walked to lunch, 7 feet between. Still they flagged it as mutual routine. You lent me gum, peppermint grace. Now I'm in a slideshow titled HR Case. I'm not in love, I'm not even near, but HR's face says flirt detected fear. No hug, no wink, no steamy glance, but the tone police call that romance. From under pending review, just cause you pulled out a chair, it's true. They say our vibe is unauthorized fire, but I just needed creamer, not a love supplier. Flagged an outlook for smiles too wide, with a drop-down list that says potential bride. Flirt, audit pending, bells and brass, for a vibe so faint even Outlook would pass. Yes, I complimented his stapler. A falsetto run. No, I didn't mean metaphor. If side-by-side chairs mean passion, y'all need to work from home more. Flirt, audit pending, still on display. Brenda's got my Instagram and Outlook today. I'm just trying to work, look fierce and thrive, not get caught in a PDF title spouse archive. So chill, it's a latte, not lust. And if he held the door, it was polite, not trust. Flirt, audit ending, I hope you survive. I'm singing this hook just to stay employed live. Need help decoding polite behavior in the workplace? Visit decidetothrive.com. We help translate "have a nice day" into something less legally risky.